All right, so we're going to look at the average value, and we're going to start with a formula here. Average value of f of x from A to B. So it's important here that we notice what we want the average of. We want the average of this. Usually when we average something, we add it up. Okay, so that's going to be this. From A to B, f of x dx. So the integral is adding up the area, okay, from A to B. So it's important that we notice how far we're adding this up, which gives us divided by b minus a. Now, sometimes we write the integral like this, 1 over b minus a, so that instead of having like multiple levels here, okay, equals average value. Okay, so this is our formula for finding the average value of f of x. Okay, notice that the b to a is important and the f of x is important. Now, I'm going to go ahead and rewrite this in, okay, what if I just want to figure out what this integral is? Okay, it's kind of like rearranging the fundamental theorem. I'm going to take this b minus a and I'm going to multiply it to the other side. Average value. Now this average value is the average y value. And so what we have here is, I'm going to say sine area, right, pluses and minuses, equals the change in x times y, which is a rectangle. It's a rectangle that has the change in x and the y value. And this is equal to the area under the curve. Now I'm saying sine area because the pluses and minuses, they still apply. So let's go ahead and do an example. Okay, here we go. So I'm just going to give you a picture. And 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Okay, so 2, 8, and 1. So I am labeling the areas in this picture. And I'm just going to highlight them. Okay, that's a 1. Now I'll just make a note, -2, 0, 3, and 5. All right, we're going to answer the question. Find average value from 0 to 3. Okay, average value from 0 to 3. So the first thing I do is jot down the formula that I need to use, okay? And then I plug in. So I have 1 over 3, and from 0 to 3 is 8. So the average value is, average value is 8 over 3. That's the average value. Kind of like this tall, right? My graph isn't to scale, okay? But notice that's the average height, and you've got this corresponding rectangle here if we had been drawn to scale. All right, so let's go ahead and do one more question. Now I'm going to use the same graph, okay? There we go. I'm just going to scooch it down here. Pull out some paper. Here we go. Question 2. Find average value from -2 to 5. All right, so the first thing I do is identify my formula. -2 to 5, f of x dx. All right, minus 2. All right, that's my formula for the average value on that given interval. See this? Okay, from -2 to 5, and the average value of f. Okay, so now that we're looking at where these pieces are coming from, okay, 1/7, so that's -2. Notice that it's the sign area, +8 minus 1. So this is 1/7, 5. So the average value is 0.71 or 5/7. Notice that all of this negative area brought that rectangle much smaller. All right. Nice job. Okay, like I said, I was going to try to keep this to not more than 10 minutes. So here we go. Now I'm going to do it algebraically. Given f of x equals 2x plus 1. Find average value of f of x from x equals 0 to x equals 3. So the first thing we do is identify the formula that we're going to need. All right, so that is 1/3 minus 0, 0 to 3, f of x dx. Okay, there's the formula. Now we actually evaluate. Okay, so that means I need to plug in my function. Okay, I'm just going to highlight the parts here. So, right, from here to here, what do I need the average value of? The average value of f of x. Okay, how do I evaluate an integral? Well, you do the antiderivative. Okay, 0 and 3. Notice that the 1/3 is staying out here. Okay, I'm just going to leave the 1/3 in front, and I'm just going to worry about this part. How do you evaluate? Okay, well, you plug in 3 and you plug in 0. So I get 12. So the area under the curve, or the displacement, right, sine area under the curve is 12, but the average value is 4, okay? The average value is 4. See that? Multiply them together. Okay, so 1/3, 0 to 3, 2x plus 1 equals 4. I'm just going to write the statement. Now I'm going to multiply both sides by 3, which is the change in x. Look at that. Average value, delta x. Sometimes that helps looking at the values in a different way in terms of the picture. So I'm going to just sketch it. 2x plus 1. Okay. Okay. So I went from 0 to 3. So I'm going to highlight this. Okay, here's my area. All right. And my average value is 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, this triangle actually can fold over and fit into that space. Yes. Okay, that green rectangle is awesome. That green rectangle is 3 times 4. It's equal to the 12 of the triangle and trapezoid area. All right, 36 seconds over. Good luck.